as many games. The Irish are 20-4 coming into today's game. But, you set those records aside, and as successful as the seasons have been so far, it really comes down to this game sometimes where the memories are made. Are you going to end the season making it to the final and moving one step closer for the Irish pitching the upset here? It all comes down to this ball game here, and a great pitching matchup too, Darnell. Jimmy Mulvaney going for the Falcons, Luke Foley on the hill for the Irish, and talk about already a good season. Foley comes in with 6 wins and no losses this year.
Yeah, both these teams, like you said, have had exceptional seasons, and if you're the Irish, obviously no one really expects you to come in here and win. Obviously, the Falcons, you guys probably talked about, the amount of D1 athletes that they have on this team, so they've got a lot of firepower. They've got a great pitching staff as well. So, the Irish are going to have to come in here and, play the best game of their season and, try to play spoilers. It should be a fun battle.
Yeah, you're right, Darnell. Tons of firepower. When you look at this Falcons team, they have 7 players that have already made commitments to play at the D1 level. 6 of their seniors going to be moving on to play Division I baseball, and one of their juniors, Matt Kasuda, will be playing at William and Mary. Some of the Notre Dame Irish ball players also with commitments to play NCAA baseball, but only Brendan Bucher is at that D1 level, and so that goes to your point, Darnell. Irish are going to have to play a great game today, and who knows, when you get a guy like Luke Foley on the mound, he's pitched so well for them, Gus, that certainly they got a great shot to win here with him on the mound for them.
Yeah, and you just look at his stats this year, 44 Ks, only 9 walks. That K to ball ratio is just staggeringly good. He is averaging more than a strikeout an inning, 40 innings pitched, 44 Ks, and he's just a really big presence up there, really works at his pace. I know I was able to call his one game, forget who they were versing, but he actually put out a stellar performance up there, just really finding his rhythm, finding his pace, and just working to his benefits and his positivities. And if he gets that today, this St. Joseph team is going to have a long game.
All right, let's look at the St. Joseph's Metuchen Falcons defensively here as we are just about to get this one underway. And on the mound for them, Jimmy Mulvaney finishing up his warm-up tosses. He'll be throwing to their commit going to the University of Virginia, Mark Gialusi. He will do the catching today for St. Joseph's. At first base, Tyler Del Vecchio. At second, Bobby Christensen. Josiah Brown plays shortstop, and Joe Zamiti is at third. In the outfield, Matt Kasuda, Robbie Carvelli, and Will Ramsey from left to right. And that's how the Falcons are set up defensively today for the Notre Dame Irish. It's Lance Eilbacher about to step into the batter's box. He leads off and plays center field. He'll be followed by Brendan Bucher catching and batting second. Jack Hughes batting third will play first base with Logan Eilbacher, their designated hitter, doing the cleanup role. He bats for pitcher Luke Foley. Justin Prekop is in right and bats fifth with David Olenchok in left field hitting sixth. Dom Vizzoni will hit seventh and play third base as the first pitch comes in from Mulvaney, and it's a called strike. So Vizzoni hitting seventh and playing third base. Nate Jones at second base, bats eighth, and TJ Magliozzo is at shortstop. That one's up the middle, backhanded by Christensen. His throw bounces in time to get Eilbacher by a step.
Just a beautiful play there. I thought that ball was maybe going to squeak through there, but able to show off the range, get the ball backhand, and in one motion throw it one hop to first is a brilliant play there by the second baseman.
And in part, Darnell, you got to credit that play to this beautiful playing surface that they're on. You get those true bounces, and it certainly helped the Falcons there.
Yeah, beautiful field out here. As a baseball player, I'm sure you don't want to play anywhere else but a field like this.
First one missing to Brandon Bucher, who comes in hitting .398. And that catches the outside corner.
It's interesting that St. Joseph throwing kind of like a submarine pitcher to start. You never really see those kind of starters. You usually see them as like a relief pitcher, so it's interesting to see him as a starter in this type of throwing motion.
Mulvaney's 1-1 off the end of the bat foul. 1-2 count to Bucher at the plate. Mulvaney, 56 strikeouts to 9 walks this season, so also a pretty impressive strikeout to walk ratio, a 1.85 ERA coming into today's game, and he was on the mound, pitched a complete game in the county final for this Falcons team. Here's his 1-2. Popped back, foul, and out of play.
Yeah, and we talked about Luke Foley's K to walk ratio. Mulvaney, he's got 56 strikes to 9 walks, so you thought Luke Foley had a great stat line. You just look at his stat line, he got it going on too.
The two top pitchers going at it today, trying to move their team on into the final. As Mulvaney is set, the 1-2 to Bucher.
Ooh,
Just a bit outside.
good eye there by Bucher.
Jimmy Mulvaney going to be playing baseball at Fairfield, and throughout this season has really risen to be the best arm in the Falcon rotation. And here comes the 2-2. Popped up, could be a play behind the plate. Gialusi gives it a look, but it bounces off the press box, out of play.
Yeah, and Bucher having himself a spectacular season at the dish. 26 hits, 26 RBIs. 3 of those hits were homers, big flies. So he's really been able to get bat on ball, has the second most at-bat appearances for this Notre Dame team. So one of the biggest bats in this Notre Dame lineup.
Battling here in the top of the first, the 2-2.
Ooh.
Just a bit inside, a good eye. He takes, and the count runs full, 3-2.
Yeah, great idea there by Mulvaney, but just an even better eye by Bucher.
The payoff pitch. Spoiled. Might have been a bit outside, too close to take for Bucher's liking. And he sends that one out of play, and it stays a 3-2 count.
Certainly making them work for it here.
Mulvaney set again. Pitch, popped foul. Again, out of play. Not only do you have the great playing surface, but pretty good spot for the fans to enjoy the action as they got some shade.
Yeah, where do you ever see shade for the fans? That is just smart thinking on a Diamond Nation.
They thought of everything. Mulvaney set again, 3-2 pitch. Again, popped foul and out of play.
Yeah, and just a great job by Bucher to battle. Just foul off anything that's close and just fight until you get something that's close to you. And you see it. He's got a .612 slugging percentage on the year, so.
Sectional semifinal action on WBCB. Another 3-2 pitch. This one sent up the middle for a base hit. Brendan Bucher is aboard. With one down, he's at first for first baseman Jack Hughes.
Yeah, and just an absolute great piece of hitting there by Bucher. Like we said, just keep fouling it off until he found a pitch that he liked, and he found one right there.
Jack Hughes, one of the players on Notre Dame, going to move on to play baseball at the college level, as he will be playing at Lackawanna College. And right now the first baseman standing in there, ready to go. And a breaking pitch by Mulvaney. Some good movement on that one, Darnell.
Yeah, you know, you want to take the same approach here. You know, they were able to get a base hit and, you know, a lot of foul balls, just working them. You know, you don't want to be too impatient.
The 0-1 there, they chase Bucher back.
If you're Notre Dame, it would be amazing if you could, you know, maybe get a run here in the first inning.
Yeah, get that quick start. That'd be huge today. As Mulvaney set again, gives a couple of nods. Here comes the 0-1. Again, looked like he kind of pulled the string on that one a bit. Had some good movement and jumps in front. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and great job to get ahead of it there, especially for Jack Hughes. One of the biggest bats on this team. 4 home runs, 32 hits. Just absolutely stellar season for Jack Hughes. And he takes that one just outside. Wow.
He is rung up. Jack Hughes, a strikeout victim. There's 2 down. And up steps Logan Eilbacher. Lance and Logan both going to be playing at Catholic University. And both have been outstanding at the plate this season. I think when you got brothers that are both producing at a high level in there for a strike to Logan, I think there's something that maybe resonates through the whole team. There's I don't know, these are all young men that know each other pretty well. They're friendly and
makes you want to win even more.
I think so. It's not like a sibling rivalry. It's like a sibling bonding kind of thing, and it resonates, I think, throughout the team.
Absolutely.
Mulvaney's 0-1 pitch is outside. Logan with 32 hits. He has driven in 26, and that's right near the top when it comes to this Irish team.
Yeah, and
Takes a strike.
3 home runs as well, so he can hit the big ball.
He's knocked in 26. Bucher with the same number of ribbies. Jack Hughes with 1 better. He's got 27 this season.
Yeah.
And it's Bucher at first. As Mulvaney's ready, his 1-2. Got him with the fastball. Logan Eilbacher strikes out, and the Irish are set down in the top of the first. No runs. They do get a hit, and they leave that runner on base. So after a half inning of sectional semifinal action, no score though far. The Falcons coming to bat. And today's game brought to you by the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. And thanks to Jammer Doors and Windows, family owned and operated, a local business. And since Babe Ruth started playing for the Yankees in 1920, there's been Jammer Doors and Windows continuing to swat home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors and windows. Jammer Doors features rain or garage doors, steel or aluminum. They're crafted for dependable, long-lasting service. Jammer Doors and Windows, they do their own installation using no subcontractors, and that saves you money. Avoid the big box stores. Save with Jammer Doors and Windows. Check out their showroom, 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville. And their Yardley showroom is open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. Lefty Luke Foley getting warmed up and ready to go. We'll take a look at the Irish defense. Jack Hughes at first base. Nate Jones playing second. TJ Magliozzo at shortstop with Dom Vizzoni at third base. You got Olin Chalk, Eilbacher, that's Lance Eilbacher, and Prekop from left to right in the outfield. The catcher is Brandon Bucher, and Luke Foley is ready to go. St. Joseph's sending Gialusi, Carvelli, and Brown up to bat in the bottom of the first. Senior Mark Gialusi, a University of Virginia commit, comes into the game with a lofty batting average of 500 as Foley winds, fires, and misses just a bit low and away.
And when you say 500, that's not just, a couple of at-bats, 10 at-bats, 20 at-bats. I mean, this guy has over 100 at-bats. As you see, he gets contact right there.
Contact, and the throw pulls Hughes off the bag. Magliozzo fielded it cleanly, but the throw was up the line, and the umpires talk it over, and the decision is safe at first for Mark Gialusi. And for Gialusi, I'm not sure. That's got to be a throwing error.
Yeah, I would think so. Would have been a bang-bang play if the throw was there, he would have been out. So it's got to be a throwing error.
But I mean, Gianlucci just always has an ability to get on base. Again, that 500 batting average, and he reached the 125 hit plateau, which makes him the all-time hit king for St. Joseph's Metuchen.
Give him the crown.
Right behind him is his teammate, though.
Man.
Carvelli. He got to the 100 hit plateau. He's at like 104, I think, coming into today's game. Takes one in there from Foley.
Yeah, especially in a big game like this, you can't give any team extra outs, especially a good team like the St. Joseph team.
Wow, nice pitch there from Foley. Breaking ball, Gus, that's in there for a strike. 2-2 count.
Yeah, and that's one thing about Foley. He really knows how to command his off-speed pitches.
2-2. Try for that backdoor breaking ball again. Bucher snaps it down to first, but Gianlucci back to the bag in time. Full count to Carvelli. Payoff pitch, the runner goes. It's sent out to right. Prekop in for it. He's got a long run and he's not going to get there. And it bounces over his head. And up to second goes Gianlucci. He had to wait to see if that ball was going to be caught. And it's a kind of a break there for the Irish that Gianlucci stays at second base. It's first and second with nobody out for Josiah Brown.
Yeah, Gianlucci stealing there honestly kind of helped out St. Joseph. Puts the second baseman in motion to cover second. That ball just put in dead no man's land, just dead space, and you saw it bounce because of this turf just so high over the right fielder's head pre-cop.
Yeah, that took a wicked hop out there, Darnell.
Yeah, kind of a crazy play, and everyone's just standing around confused because, you know, if the ball's going to be in play or not, and runner already took off the second, so.
The 0-1 to Brown is bunted back to the pitcher. It's a good sacrifice bunt. Foley makes the play to first, and they get Brown there. A 1-3 put out, but both runners move up. Carvelli at second, Gianlucci at third. And with one down, it's first baseman Tyler Del Vecchio at the plate.
Yeah, great job advancing the runners, and now you give your next batter a chance to maybe drive in these runs, get some early momentum.
And trying to deaden the ball on this kind of surface is no easy job, but a successful sacrifice. First pitch swinging, Del Vecchio fouls it back. Foley coming in with a 6-0 record as a starter for this Irish team. So they go to the guy with the best record, the guy who's been on the mound for the most innings for Notre Dame.
Yeah, big game like this, you got to go to your top dog.
But a little early trouble.
Yeah.
1 down, 2 on. And that one breaks inside for a ball. Foley looks in, has his pitch from Bucher. It's a 1-1 delivery. Grounded to third, smothered there by Vizzoni. He's going to throw to first and get the runner on the force out, but on the play, in to score comes Gianlucci. And the Falcons take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. And a good job by Del Vecchio, just put the ball in play. They say put it in play and good things will happen. A good job by Vizzoni, and I think the right decision there, Gus, to go to first instead of try to make a play at home.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a forced play at home. You would have had to tag him, and that close of a play, it's going to be hard to get him out of tag. So just a great job by Vizzoni. Look the runner at second, go to first, and just get the easy out.
Carvelli up to third base on the play, and Kasuda at the plate with a big swing at the first one he sees. Second one, did he go? Yes. 0-2 count.
Yeah, Yeah, I was going to say, even from up here, it looked like he went.
The junior William and Mary commit. The 0-2, he spoils that one with a foul ball. Kasuda today batting 5th, playing left field. Zamidi on deck. He bats 6th and plays 3rd. You got Christensen, Ascona, and Ramsey rounding out that lineup. That one is just tapped foul. Foley almost got him there.
Just barely able to foul that one off.
Kasuda stays alive. Foley trying to limit the damage in the bottom of the first. His 0-2. Nice job by Bucher defensively. Smother that one, keep it in front of him. And keep Carvelli at third base. Winner moves on to play in the South Jersey Non-Public A final. Swing and a miss. Kasuda is cut down. A big strikeout there to retire the Falcons in the bottom of the first, but they do get a run. They get that run on 1 hit, and they leave a runner on base. So we're through 1 inning of high school baseball. NJSIAA playoff action on WBCB. And the Falcons on top of the Irish, 1-0.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey.
All right, enjoying the view, enjoying the ball game from atop Field 1 at Diamond Nation in Flemington, New Jersey. The WBCB Sports Network with coverage of the sectional semifinal. We go to the 2nd inning, and today's game, of course, made possible in part by the all-new Hyundai of Trenton, as Jimmy Mulvaney continues his warm-ups. And so Mulvaney getting the start. They also said we likely could see Rios and Friedman if they, I guess depending on the pitch count, the situation. And for the Irish, Justin Prekop into the batter's box as we get to it in the top of the 2nd. Mulvaney kicks and delivers a little low. Prekop, a junior right fielder, has worked 15 walks, and there takes a strike. And his 15 walks are the tops for Notre Dame this season. 1-1 from Mulvaney is outside.
A lot of free bases, I hear them. Doesn't matter if you get a hit or if you watch 4 pitches. You're getting on bases, getting on base.
2-1. Ooh. Big rip at that one. And the count evens at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Prekop to be followed by Olenchuk and Vizzoni. Mulvaney delivers outside. And the count runs full. Payoff pitch, he got him. One down, and here is left fielder David Olenchuk. Again, the winner of this game gets to move on and play on Saturday for a state title, a sectional title in there for a strike. Oh, 1, he gets the call. Olenchuk, pretty good on-base percentage, .491, and that's a close pitch, but a little bit wide. Good eye.
Yeah, but that's one he wish he could have back. Almost got it right to the spot he wanted to.
The righty's 1-2. Time misses low and in.
But we've seen so far early in this game, if your approach at the plate is patient and you kind of let him get some throws and get the pitch count up, you know, you can possibly work a walk or get a full count here.
The 2-2. Called, third strike, got him looking. And there's 2 down in the top of the second. Up the bat comes Dom Vizzoni. For Mulvaney now, he's gotten the last 4 batters by way of strikeout. Now up to 60 strikeouts on the season and gets in front of Vizzoni. Righty's 0-1, just a little low.
Tell you what, this umpire, every time he says ball, I don't know if he's saying strike or ball.
And faking us out, not a lot of arm action on the umpire today. 1-1 here coming. And that's in there for a strike. Notre Dame getting past St. John Vianney in the first round, a 13-0 blanking. And then upset Donovan Catholic to get here into this game. It's popped up in foul territory. Play there to be made, and the play is made by Del Vecchio. And a 1-2-3 inning as Dom Vizzoni pops out. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We're through an inning and a half. And the Falcons of St. Joseph Metuchen with a 1-0 lead over the Notre Dame Irish.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Today's Notre Dame game is being brought to you by a public service by Ed Bucher, as we would like to wish the Irish good luck in today's game. Thank you, Ed Bucher.
And for the Falcons here in the bottom of the second, Joe Zamiti, Bobby Christensen, and Christian Ascona. Set to bat against Luke Foley. St. Joseph Metuchen getting their run on a fielder's choice ground ball. First pitch strike in there to Zamiti. And a second pitch strike looking about the same spot.
Yeah. And about the same time, Foley working so quickly.
Here comes his 0-2. Tries to bend that little backdoor breaking ball that doesn't quite get the bite he was looking for. A ball and 2 strikes. Kicks and fires and struck him out. The ball got away from Bucher. He's got to make the throw down to first. It's in time to complete the putout. So Zamiti strikes out. There's 1 down for second baseman Bobby Christensen. Christensen, a sophomore. And he's been a big part of the Falcon attack. 72 at-bats for the second baseman. Takes ball 1. Christensen coming in, hitting .319 on the season. 1-0 in there. Ooh, look good up here, but maybe a little low. Two balls, no strikes.
Yeah, I do know that it doesn't help that if the catcher doesn't catch the ball, it'll go in the favor of the batter.
The 2-0. Ground ball to shortstop. Ooh. Backhanded there by Maglioso. His throw in time.
Wow, that was just absolutely beautiful. Trying to go backhand there. Looked like the ball snuck up on him a little bit quicker than he expected, but still able to get some good leather on it.
I mean, that is something, Darnell, that requires some adjustment when you're playing on this kind of surface, and we've been talking about it here in the early going. And that ball, you could see it got on Maglioso, like Gus was saying, quicker than he was expecting.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to bobble it for a second, and was able to corral it and get the throw to first just in time.
The 1-0 catches the outside corner.
Yeah, and especially with these turf fields, I always felt like they were a little bit bouncier, so you see the ball bounce more. And you obviously saw it in the first inning with that ball in right field when it bounced over Precop's head.
That one sent foul down the first baseline.
We got a bunch of nets, though, like we're in an MLB game. They're not losing any foul balls.
And this network of nets, if the foul ball lands in the net, then there's a little hole. So they'll have somebody come out and they'll pull the net down and they'll let gravity do its work and the ball will go down the little hole. Struck him out. Ascona, a strikeout victim, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Luke Foley. He sets down the Falcons in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. 2 innings in the books. It's a 1-0 lead for St. Joseph Metuchen, the Falcons in front of the Irish. And today's game on WBCB brought to you in part by Jammer Doors and Windows. Big thanks also to the Italian People's Bakery, proud to support high school sports on WBCB. Check out their signature location at 63 Butler Street. The finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by and you smell the homemade bread made daily. Have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street, the place to go for the best hoagies and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936, and also a spot on West Trenton Avenue in Morrisville and at the corner of Woodburn and Oxford Valley Road in Levittown. All right, who's got the car inventory in Mercer and Bucks counties? The all-new Hyundai of Trenton. They've got cars priced from $2,000 all the way up to $200,000, and every price point in between. The all-new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy. Hyundai of Trenton, the inventory ready for immediate delivery. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's newest auto dealer with cars in stock at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Top of the third here at Diamond Nation in Flemington, New Jersey. And you mentioned that Coach Murray said they wanted this venue because these two teams are so good. They wanted a great field, a great surface to play on. But it was a little bit of a ride for both teams. I think this is actually maybe a little closer for the Irish. I don't know, Gus, but maybe it took us about 45 minutes.
45 minutes of a ride, not that bad.
I mean, I was just Google mapping it, but you look at where St. Joseph Metuchen is to get over here. That's also a good hour, maybe at least 50 minutes to get over here, but
Yeah, but you will go out of your ways to play at a field like this. So both teams thought it was the right decision, and here we are today.
and at the plate for the Irish, Nate Jones, who comes in today's game betting 414.
Or as I should say, the rest is history. Good old Ben Goldstein.
Mulvaney gets a first pitch strike. The 0-1 is a foul ball down the third base line. Not foul by much. Good contact there by Jones, just straighten that one out. But this has been where Mulvaney has also been outstanding. He's got 4 strikeouts already. His 0-2. Got him. Nate Jones strikes out. One away for TJ Magliozzo. TJ, a junior who takes a first pitch strike. The 0-1 a little bit out in front of that pitch. And he falls behind Mulvaney. Mulvaney is set, delivers outside. Magliozzo has been great in the field for the Irish, but today, an error in that first inning. And so I'm sure looking for a little bit of redemption here as now awaits the 1-2. Pitch. Ooh, just a little bit low. Mulvaney, Darnell, when he's missing, not missing by much today. He's right around the strike zone.
Oh yeah, he's locked in. He's off to a fabulous start. Just had the 1 walk. Other than that, he's just been flawless. And even Foley, he had a rough first inning, but he bounced back in a good way in the top of the second. So both pitchers right now are kind of in their groove.
Definitely settling in. That time he was trying to get Magliozzo to chase, and now comes back with the 3-2, and he gets him looking.
Yeah, he's got a few strikeouts where the batter's just looking.
Yeah, that is the third strikeout looking today. His 6th strikeout overall.
Yeah, just really mowing down these Notre Dame Irish. Just really working to his rhythm, his command, and maybe this submarine sidearm is really kind of getting to Notre Dame a little bit.
Well, now we'll see it's the second time through for the Notre Dame lineup. As up to bat is Eilbacher. Lance fouls it right back into the netting. First time up, Eilbacher with a ground out to second. Oh, 1 pitch from Mulvaney in there for a called strike. So again, just even today, his strike to ball ratio pretty strong for the starter for St. Joseph Metuchen. Here's his 0-2. A good pitch that's fouled right back.
Pretty much the only time Notre Dame's made any contact is when they're fouling off pitches.
Yeah, the only guy who made some good contact was Bucher, had a base hit. Oh, 2 from Mulvaney, and he gets Eilbacher looking. Jimmy Mulvaney strikes out the side in order in the top of the third. And so again, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base for Notre Dame. We are through 2.5 innings in NJSIAA semifinal action. It's South Jersey non-public A competition here, looking to move on to the final on Saturday. And we'll be right back. Falcons in front of Notre Dame, 1-0. Back here to Diamond Nation in Flemington, New Jersey. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Complete local and national news and great sports coverage 7 days a week. It's all in the Trentonian or online, Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. It'll be 9-1-2 here for the St. Joseph Metuchen lineup, as William Ramsey, the right fielder, in there. Takes one down and away from Foley. So it's Ramsey, and then Gialusi and Carvelli. Another one down low. 2-0 count. Line drive to center field, and that's going to get into the gap. Past Lance Eilbacher out there. Extra bases for William Ramsey. A stand-up double to get us underway in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, and the hardest hit ball between either team today. That ball was absolutely scorched into the left center gap.
And that really sets things up for the Falcons now. We mentioned Gialusi and Carvelli both reached that 100 hit plateau this season. And it's been hard to keep Gialusi off the bases this year. As the senior in there, lefty delivers, curveball for a strike. Nice pitch.
Yeah, not only has he been hard to keep off the base, he's got a runner in scoring position. No outs.
A grounder that's bounced to short off the glove of Magliozzo, and now the runner is hung up, but the throw not in time to get Ramsey. Looked like they had a play to be made. Ramsey with a hesitation before he took off to third. Saw it go off the glove of Magliozzo. Ends up being safe all around for the Falcons. Ramsey at third, Gialusi at first, and Carvelli now stepping up.
Yeah, Magliozzo just having a little bit of trouble out there. We already saw one of him bobble. We saw the really hard one that he was able to corral, but just 3 balls over there so far. That's just been tough plays.
Curveball that stays wide.
And we wonder if it has to do with maybe the turf and just not being on a regular grass dirt field.
Carvelli has been the most productive batter in this Falcon lineup. He's knocked in 27. 1-0. Nice off-speed delivery. Had him out in front. Before the 1-1, they'll throw over to first. Gialusi just steps back to first casually.
Slowly, nonchalantly.
Didn't have a huge lead over there, but maybe they'll try to get something going on the bases. The 1-1, swing and a miss. And it seems like Carvelli not really seeing the off-speed stuff right now from Foley. 0-2, goes back to it, and he spoils that one.
Sour milk. That spoiled. I don't know. I had to think of something real quick.
Well, don't cry over spilled milk.
That's a better
There
one.
for Irish trailing 1-0. The 1-2 pitch, he got him. Carvelli, a strikeout victim.
Big strikeout there. Now you got runners on the corners, maybe a possibility at a double play. You can get out of here without giving up a run.
Yeah, you're right, Darnell. Huge first out for the Irish. And now Josiah Brown, who laid down a sac bunt his first time up. The runner goes. The ball's bounced up the middle. The runner from third goes to throw to first. Not in time. Safe all around for the Falcons, and they score another run. William Ramsey comes in to score, and just a tough play for Magliozzo, a tough decision to make. If you try to go home, probably not going to get the runner there. He had to charge the ball. Not in time to get Brown at first.
Yeah, going to be a tough play at home, even if he threw there, realizing that, trying to maybe try to fake out the runner at second, so trying to do like a fake throw at home right to first.
I mean, I give Brown a infield base hit.
I'd give him a base hit there, too.
On that one, drives in a run and sets things up for Del Vecchio, who takes low. Josiah Brown knocking in his 19th run of the season with a little kind of a soft hit, weak contact bouncer up the middle. Now first and second for the Falcons. Ball gets past Bucher, and the runners move up. So Jalusi on third. Josiah Brown to second. For the Falcons, they got a run in the first. It was a 1-2-3 inning in the second. And now with one down, threatening as the Irish got to bring the infield in. 2-0. And on the breaking pitches, that off-speed stuff, right now, Falcons with a lot of pitches that they seem pretty fooled by. 2-1 off the plate, and that time Del Vecchio holds up, checks the swing.
Yeah, Foley, he hasn't, been too bad here. He's thrown a lot of good pitches, had a lot of good at-bats, and obviously we've seen a lot of unfortunate infield events happening that led to extra base runners and a couple of runs.
That one's in there for a strike, and the count full to
that,
Del Vecchio.
And that just shows you right there how Foley trusts his off-speed pitch. 3-1 count, throws another off-speed curveball.
Payoff pitch, the fastball is down and in, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Falcons in the bottom of the third. And junior Matt Kasuda up to bat. And before that, they want to talk with starting pitcher Luke Foley. They're in a little bit of a jam here in the third. 2-0 our score. Today's game on WBCB brought to you by the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. And thanks also to the all-new Hyundai of Trenton. Cars priced from $2,000 all the way up to $200,000 and everything in between. The all-new Hyundai models. They got pre-owned cars and SUVs, Beamers, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy. Hyundai of Trenton. They got inventory ready for immediate delivery. The area's newest auto dealer with cars in stock. 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township.
Today's Notre Dame game is being brought to you as a public service by Ed Bucher, as we would like to wish the Irish good luck today in their game. Thank you, Ed Bucher.
So up now is junior Matt Kasuda. He's been very productive. He's knocked in 20 runs and now stands in with the bases loaded. Takes down and in, ball 1. Again, the winner moves on to play either Red Bank Regional or St. Augustine. Red Bank still waiting in the wings as the 1 seed. And maybe we can get an update of that game at some point. They are playing at the same time as this one. That one also down and in. .2-0 count to Kasuda. Ball 3. Nowhere to put him in a 3-0 count.
Yeah, really got to tighten up here if you're Foley.
Zamidi waiting on deck. I think you give Kasuda the green light here. 3-0 pitch. He was taken all the way.
Even if he got the green light, he wasn't going. He saw red. Maybe yellow.
Looking to find a way on base. 3-1 pitch. Bounced foul down the third baseline. So now Foley has battled back. Full count. Foley with 4 strikeouts so far today. Be big if he could get his 5th right here. The 3-2 is up and in. Ball 4 to Kasuda, and that walks in a run. Mark Jalusi across the plate to make it 3-0 Falcons. Sends Delvecchio to third, Delvecchio to second, Brown to third.
Be interesting to see how long Foley lasts.
Zamidi,
Got some
ground
contact
ball.
here.
That's through. 1 run will score, and they will score 2 on the play. Zamidi now makes it 5-0. He scores Brown and Delvecchio. Kasuda stops at first. So first and second with 1 away, and a pitching change for Notre Dame as they take the ball from starter Luke Foley. And we'll step aside, return to action here from Diamond Nation in Flemington, New Jersey for more of the NJSIAA South Jersey Non-Public A semifinal.
Achoo! Ow, that hurts. School nurses are frontline providers, whether it's a bump or a scrape on the playground or staffing testing booths in the height of the pandemic. May is School Nurses Month. NJEA members honor the important role that school nurses have to ensure schools are safe and healthy for our kids. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation because they prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and WBCB.
This is Angelo Weiner, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Now on the mound for the Notre Dame Irish, junior pitcher Tristan Stevenson. Stevenson has pitched 31 innings, striking out 34 and walking 9. Pitched himself to a 2-1 overall record. Also is credited for a save this season and a 1.77 ERA. So a pretty impressive stat line, but comes into a tough situation here against the St. Joseph Metuchen Falcons, as Bobby Christensen is set to go. He has a 0 for 1 with a ground out today. But bats here with 2 on and 1 down. Already a 4-run inning for the Falcons.
Tough one to swing at there.
Yeah. You're not going to get to that one, but must have looked pretty good to Christensen as it was coming in. Couldn't hold up, and now 0-1 count as Stevenson looks in, kicks and fires, and it's sharply hit foul down the first base line.
Thankfully, it went foul. That was a rocket hit down that right line.
And if that went into the corner, that might have been 2 more runs.
Yeah,
Certainly 1.
easily. Probably a base clearing double. Maybe a triple, depending on how fast he is.
St. Joseph Metuchen getting past Paul the 6th with an 8-4 score in quarterfinal action. Stevenson's 0-2. That's inside, 1-2 count. DH Christian Ascona waiting on deck. Ascona, one of those D1 guys going to Eastern Kentucky University, as that one comes in well wide from Stevenson.
EKU. Trying to think of what their mascot is.
EKU?
Yeah, I want to say like the Eagles or something, but I think that's Eastern Washington.
2-2 pitch fouled away, out of play. Diamond Nation in Flemington, New Jersey. A beautiful Wednesday. Great to have you with us on WBCB. And a great spot for amateur baseball and softball. Two from Stevenson outside. Our contact person, Gus, was telling us how many fields there are here and what in the corner of the outfields there's plates so they can switch the fields around and
modifying to make them like 3 little or softball fields, something like that.
get multiple games going on the same surface. Ground ball that's through on the left side, and they're going to hold the runner and load the bases. They put the stop sign on for Kasuda at third, so he holds up there. Zamiti up to second base, and Christensen with the base hit is at first. So they're loaded for Ascona.
Yeah, beautiful piece of hitting there. Getting an outside fastball, not trying to do too much with it, just trying to put bat on ball and take it the other way. That's perfect baseball right there. And a smart job by the St. Joseph third base coach to hold up the runner. Because why risk it at home when you can put bases loaded with only 1 out?
And still looking for an even bigger inning here. Already 4 runs for the Falcons. That one inside for a ball.
And it didn't miss by much.
Ascona 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Notre Dame with the infield in as it's fouled off. I think that went off the mask of Bucher. So the count evens at a ball and a strike. Stevenson with the high leg kick, and he gets the call. And now jumps in front of Ascona. The 1-2 fouled off. And the count runs full. A lot of deep counts for Notre Dame pitching today. A great day, not only facilities, but weather-wise. A lot of sunshine, not much of a breeze. Maybe blowing just slightly from right to left. Again, the infield pinched in. 1-2 delivery. Outside, ball 2. Nowhere to put Ascona as the bases loaded again for the Falcons.
Yeah, if you're the Irish, you've got to just find a way to just get one out, try to get to the next play, and hopefully get out of this inning.
The 2-2 is poked to left. Out there is Olenchuk. He'll make the grab. That one's deep enough for the runner to tag up. And in to score is Matt Kasuda. Makes it now 6-0. And Ascona drives in a run with the sac fly. So 2 down and up steps William Ramsey. Falcons have now batted around in the inning. Ramsey got the bottom of the 3rd started with a double, came around to score. Stevenson in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Drifts a bit wide, a ball and a strike. Yeah, that double that started the inning from Ramsey still probably the best contact so far of the day. The 1-1 tries to check it. He went, snap throw to second, not in time. Good job by Zamidi to get back.
Yeah, but a great snap throw by Bucher to get that throw down to second so quickly and make that such a close play. Like, it was one thing if he would throw it to first or third, but such an extra farther throw to second to make that close.
And you keep those runners honest.
Yeah.
1-2. Hit him. And that loads the bases again for the Falcons. Ramsey's hit by the pitch. So he heads to first, Christensen to second, Zamidi to third. And this is the part of the lineup that you dread. Jalusi and Carvelli.
Yeah, especially with bases loaded. Your only saving grace right now is that you have 2 outs.
I mean, as good as Jalusi has been, he hasn't knocked in a ton of runs. I guess that's what you get, when you're the leadoff guy sometimes.
You get a lot of at-bats, you get on base a lot, but, yeah, you don't see a lot of guys on unless you're the second or third time through the lineup.
He has gone deep a couple of times this season. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Stevenson comes inside. Count evens at a ball and a strike. The 1-1 down in the dirt. Nice stop by Bucher. He's got to be on point defensively with a runner at third. Sends the pitch out to Stevenson. And here comes the 2-1 delivery. On a bounce, under the glove of Jones. And 1 run will score 2 runs for the Falcons come in, and it's now 8-0. Zamidi and Christensen both cross the plate. And for Jalusi, I don't know what the official score would be. I think maybe you give the base hit. It did go under the glove of Jones.
Yeah, but I would give it an error. It was a hard ball that was hit to the second baseman. It's going to be a tough play, but the ball hit the glove, and maybe that's why I got underneath the glove. I think the glove maybe broke.
Wow, the webbing of the glove came loose.
So
I don't know if does that change your scoring decision?
Yeah, honestly, to me personally, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it in the book and what the ruling is, but me personally, yeah, that changes it from an error to a base hit. Like, can't do much if your glove explodes on you.
Puts runners at the corners now for the Falcons.
And if you've been playing baseball for probably as long as he has, that glove's probably seen it. We've all done it once or twice. Me being a catcher, first baseman, I can't tell you how many times I've caught a ball over at first, and the webbing just blew out.
Yeah, I can't say that's ever happened before.
Oh, yeah, it's happened to me a couple times.
You got to update your equipment.
Oh, yeah, I had a really old first baseman's glove at the time.
All right, 1-0 at the plate to Carvelli. With runners at the corners, they chase Jalusi back at first. Ramsey at third. The runner goes. The 1-0. The throw down to second, not in time. Jalusi with a stolen base. Thought maybe they'd try a double steal there, maybe Darnell, but the throw went all the way down to second, and Ramsey stays at third. It does put two in scoring position now for St. Joseph Metuchen.
Yeah, they are not letting up. Even though they didn't send the runner at third home, they're still being aggressive, still trying to pile up as many runs as they can.
The 1-1. Ground ball. Bounces up to Vizzoni. He drops it, picks it up again, stays with it, and throws out Carvelli to retire the Falcons in the third. But major damage done by St. Joseph Metuchen. They score 7 runs to make it 8-0. And we are through 3 innings of high school baseball. And this is South Jersey Non-Public A semifinal action on WBCB. All right, what are we doing? We keeping it here, sending it to you, Gus. Keep it right here. Let everybody know that today's game brought to you by the all-new Hyundai of Trenton. And cars priced from $2,000 all the way up to $200,000, and all the price points in between. Great selection of used cars from BMW, Cadillac, Audi, and Hyundai of Trenton, of course, the all-new Hyundai models as well. Inventory ready for immediate delivery. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's newest auto dealer with cars in stock at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Today's game also made possible by Jammer Doors and Windows, a family-owned and operated local business since Babe Ruth was playing for the Yankees in 1920. And today, Jammer continues to swat home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows. And Jammer they feature Raynor garage doors, steel or aluminum, and Raynor crafted for dependable, long-lasting service. Jammer Doors and Windows, they do their own work and installation using no subcontractors, saving you money. Avoid the big box stores and save with Jammer Doors and Windows. Again, their showroom at 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, and their Yardley showroom open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. That's 215-493-7709.
Today's Notre Dame game is being brought to you as a public service by Ed Bucher, as we would like to wish the Irish a good luck and hopefully a good game today. Thank you, Ed Bucher.
And now the Irish with their work cut out for them. 8-0 the score. And, you can't get it all back in one inning. Well, I guess you could.
You could.
That's unlikely.
No,
and
yeah.
it's important to try to get something good to start to happen, Darnell, in this inning. And for Notre Dame, they do have the right part of the lineup for them. They got 2, 3, and 4 with Bucher, Hughes, and Eilbacher up to bat.
Yep, got a big part of the lineup. You got your big bats in. So I mean, now's the time to start chipping away at that lead. I mean, 8 runs is a lot, especially against this pitching staff. The way he's been throwing the ball today, is going to be tough to get 8 runs. But you got to start getting on base first. You don't need a home run. Just try to get singles. Just try to put the ball in play.
Swing and a miss from Bucher. And putting the ball in play has been a challenge against Jimmy Mulvaney today. Mulvaney has struck out 7 of the last 8 batters that he's seen. And here he fires in the 0-1. Well, that looked a little bit inside, but he gets the call.
Yeah,
Mulvaney, he doesn't need any help today.
Yeah, I guess not. And that did look a little bit inside, though. A little two-seam that kept running.
The 0-2. Fly out to left field. Kasuda under it and makes the grab. So that brings up Jack Hughes. Got caught looking his first plate appearance. And yes, something to shake up the momentum of Mulvaney right now is what Irish desperately need. Kind of a sweeping curveball in their first strike.
Yeah, what do they call now? The sweeper?
It did look like a sweeper. Swept right in there. His 0-1. Tipped into the glove for strike 2. Mulvaney set. 0-2 pitch, trying to get him to chase. Well wide, and now a 1-2 count. Doesn't look like anybody is officially up and warming or getting ready in the bullpen for the Falcons. There's a little bit of work going on in the Notre Dame bullpen, but it doesn't look like anybody is getting ready to take over for Stevenson there either. Ground ball to third, gloved by Zamiti. His throw is low, dug out in time by Del Vecchio.
Beautiful play over there in the hot corner, having to drop down to one knee, one bouncing it to the first baseman, and just a beautiful scoop, bang, bang play.
Yeah, and there's no reason for the Falcons to be warming up any pitcher when their starter is dealing like this.
Yep. Well, you're right, but this is where maybe the pitch count is starting to get a little bit elevated. Coach Murray was telling me that there were a couple of other arms that we would likely see today. And that's in there for a strike, but I mean, Mulvaney now with 4 2/3 in the books, and certainly doesn't look like he is wearing down. It's popped up on the infield, calling for it. Del Vecchio makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning. Notre Dame set down in the top of the 4th. And they still remain scoreless. 8-0 our score in the sectional semifinal. Winner trying to move on to play on Saturday. And the Falcons in front as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Welcome back to Diamond Nation in Flemington, New Jersey, as we've got New Jersey high school baseball for you on WBCB. Winner trying to move on into the South Jersey non-public A final, either playing Red Bank or St. Augustine on Saturday. And a big third inning for St. Joseph Metuchen. They pleaded 7. They got 1 in the first. And they get the heart of the lineup here in the fourth, as 3-hole hitter Josiah Brown digs in. Tristan Stevenson, with his second inning of work, now kicks and delivers a fastball. Brown a little late on that. Oh, 1 from Stevenson. Maybe a bit up.
Just a tad, I would say. Just a smidget.
The 1-1. On a line right at Vizzoni. And he snares it. Nice catch over there, 1 down.
And they call it the hot corner for a reason, because those balls, they come at you hot.
A red-hot shot from Josiah Brown, but the defense is there for the Irish. 1 away, and here's Tyler Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio with a ground out, a walk, a run scored. Takes low and away from Stevenson. Also a little bit up. Now that one's a little bit too far down there. 3-0 count to Del Vecchio. And the 3-0 is low. A 4-pitch walk. Del Vecchio to first. And up to bat is Matt Kasuda. He's got a strikeout, a walk, and a run scored. One of the 7 to cross the plate in the third inning for these Falcons. Del Vecchio's got to sidestep his way back to first. And here's the pitch. Sky high out to left. Olenchalk is out there under it. He's got it. Nice catch by the left fielder, and there's 2 down for Joe Zamiti.
Yeah, that ball was like a mile high. That thing went straight up in the air.
Sky high. I mean, it feels like on a day like today, ball's going to be able to carry pretty well. That one was given a good ride. Ground ball. Megliozzo will go the short way. Over to Nate Jones at second. And they force out Del Vecchio there for the third out. And so no runs for the Falcons. A nice shutdown inning for Tristan Stevenson and Notre Dame. And so they get back to work. Still looking for their first run of the day. We go to the bottom of the fourth here in the sectional semifinal. 8-0 our score. The top of the fifth coming up. I'm confusing myself over here. Today's game on WBCB, you can read about it in tomorrow's Trentonian. They never seem to get anything confused over there. They got all the right facts, all the right stats, and you can great coverage of local and national sports in the Trentonian 7 days a week, the only newspaper covering Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County, the Trentonian. So, outstanding day so far for Jimmy Mulvaney. And here, top of the fifth, he's going to work to Prekop, Olenshaw, and Vizzoni.
Today's Notre Dame game is being brought to you as a public service by Ed Bucher, as we would like to wish the Irish good luck in their game today.
And Darnell, I don't know what, I mean, maybe for the Irish hitters, try to shorten up those swings a little bit.
You got to start getting the bat on the ball. At this point, we're in the fifth inning, down a lot of runs. It's just important to try to get people on base. You don't want to be too wild and swinging at whatever the pitcher is throwing.
Right.
But at some point, you gotta go down swinging.
Well, in the fourth inning, Irish put the ball in play all three times, but St. Joseph Metuchen there to make all the plays at the first pitch strike to Justin Prekop.
Yeah, they were finally able to start getting some contact, getting balls into play, and now that maybe they've seen that that's possible, they can, as we get a swing and a miss, they can actually try to put together some base hits, get some runners advancing.
That is the second time through for Prekop, Olenshaw, Vizzoni. Second time seeing Mulvaney today, who delivers the 0-2. Bounced back to the mound, gloved by the pitcher, over to first in time, and one down in the top of the fifth. Up to bat, David Olenshaw.
Yeah, with each out, it just gets tougher and tougher to try to make a game out of this one.
Olenshaw was rung up in the second inning. At one time, Mulvaney was mowing everybody down with the strikeout and gets the first pitch strike to Olenshaw there. So I think he's still on 7. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ooh.
Up the middle, off the glove of Brown, and a base hit for Olenshaw.
Yeah, it looked like it maybe clipped off of Mulvaney's foot or something there. He looks fine, though.
Yeah, he meets quickly with his catcher. Whatever was exchanged there was enough for Jalusi to go right back behind the dish and get back to work. So 1 on, 1 down. And here's Dom Vizzoni. Takes a strike. Well, there you go. You put a ball in play. They get a runner on.
Now you're working with something.
0-1. Fouled back into the net. And one thing for Mulvaney, he's been in front of a lot of batters that he's seen today. In front of Vizzoni here. Here's the 0-2. Bounced to second. Christensen to Brown. Brown back over to Del Vecchio, but it pops out of the glove of Del Vecchio. They do get the lead runner, David Olenshaw, out at second. So that out goes 4-6 on the putout. And Dom Vizzoni, I don't know if they were going to get him anyway. He was legging that one out to beat the double play. But Del Vecchio never could quite make the catch.
Yeah, just a tough job there. Having to stretch out, make it a close play, and try to scoop it at the same time. Just a tough play by a first baseman.
Nate Jones, first pitch swinging, fouls it up and out of play. off of what they call the tower here at Diamond Nation,
yeah.
which is like a central press box that gives you a vantage point to, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 fields. Oh, 1 pitch. That time Mulvaney taking something off of that delivery. And he jumps in front of another Irish batter. Mulvaney hard enough to deal with, but when you're down no balls and 2 strikes, he really has the advantage. Jones going to have to battle here. 0-2, the runner goes. Grounder up the middle, and Brown had vacated shortstop, and good base running there by Vizzoni. He goes from first to third on the Nate Jones base hit. And Jones hit it right to where Josiah Brown was positioned, Darnell, but then Brown went over to cover the bag as the runner was trying to steal the base. And so right there, Notre Dame, like you said, got something going, and now with base runners trying to make something happen here in the 5th.
Yeah, able to put the ball in play. It was a great jump. And, you know, once he saw that the ball actually made contact and got through, he was able to go all the way to third base, and now you got a runner in scoring position.
Jimmy Mulvaney gets a great round of applause from the St. Joseph's Metuchen fans that are here at Diamond Nation today, recognizing his great effort. He leaves the game with his team up 8-0, a pitching change for the Falcons, and we'll return here for more high school baseball on the WBCB Sports Network in just a bit.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Matthew Friedman takes over on the mound for St. Joseph's Metuchen. Friedman, a sophomore, has pitched 33-plus innings so far for the Falcons this season and has pitched to a 1.66 ERA, striking out 17. He has given up quite a few walks. 17 strikeouts and 19 free passes. And takes over now for Jimmy Mulvaney with his team up 8-0, but 2 on for Notre Dame, threatening in the top of the 5th. Shortstop TJ Magliozzo looking down to the third base coach's box. Checks in with Coach Drulis down there, and now ready to go. Friedman winds and fires. Line drive, base hit, and the Irish are on the scoreboard. In for Notre Dame comes Dom Vizzoni, makes it an 8-1 game. So nice job coming up big there is TJ Magliozzo.
Yeah, first pitch seeing, first pitch swinging, first pitch scoring an RBI.
Solid shot.
Yeah.
There.
high chopper, too, over the shortstop's head. Maybe the turf had a little help in it, but either way.
Now 2 on for Eilbacher. And Eilbacher with the swing and a miss. The 0-1. A little bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One delivery fouled off, out of play. So now a ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Friedman's 1-2 pitch up high. Eilbacher 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout so far today. But an opportunity here to do some things. 2-2 delivery. He pokes it for a base hit.
Coming home.
Around second, and coming in to score is Nate Jones. And the Irish now, it's an 8-2 game as they mount a charge in the top of the 5th. And nice at-bat there by Lance Eilbacher. And one of those situations where it was a pitch that was an outside pitch. He kind of went with it, got enough on it, and back-to-back RBI base hits will bring Brendan Bucher up to the plate with runners at first and second. Two down as Friedman comes set, delivers outside, ball 1. The 1-0 up the middle. Another base hit. And they're going to send the runner. The ball bobbled by Carvelli in center field. And Notre Dame easily gets another to make it 8-3.
Yeah, talk about a 2-out rally right now. Just 2 outs, rattling off 3 runs and slowly but surely chipping away at this lead.
Back-to-back-to-back RBI base hits for the Irish now in the top of the 5th.
And I think
a pitching change as the Falcons will go to their 3rd arm utilized today. I believe it's going to be Rios who comes out, but we'll check in, make sure to get you all the details, and we'll be back to Diamond Nation in Flemington, New Jersey in just a moment. It's an 8-3 score. The Irish trailing the Falcons.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Well, from what Coach Murray was telling me before the game, this was always the plan for the Falcons, that they were going to have Mulvaney get the start. At some point, they had Matt Friedman come out. They're also going to have Brian Rios appear. I don't think they were expecting a short an appearance for Friedman as they got Irish getting to him and now threatening for more in the fifth. They've already gotten 3, and Jack Hughes will step up to bat for them. Meanwhile, for Brian Rios, comes in, striking out 27, walking 7 so far. Good strikeout to walk ratio this season. And his first pitch missing down low a bit. Rios, a senior, sporting a 3.17 ERA, and misses with ball 2.
If you're the Falcons, you want to try to put an end to this little Irish run that they're on. You know, it's only a couple runs, but, you know, a couple runs can turn into, 7, just like the Falcons did in that 3rd inning.
First and third, and it's popped up sky high out to right field. Who's got it? Calling for it, right fielder Will Ramsey. He takes over and makes the grab. Also out there was second baseman Bobby Christensen, and those two guys were so far apart, I wasn't sure who was going to take over, but a good job by Ramsey to make the play and to finally set down the Irish in the 5th. But Notre Dame getting 3 runs, make it an 8-3 game, and try to start to chip away a little bit at this Falcon lead. We are through 4.5 innings of high school baseball, and we've got more coming your way. We'll be right back in a moment on the WBCB Sports Network.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Welcome back to Diamond Nation in Flemington, New Jersey for the St. Joseph Metuchen Falcons. In the bottom of the 5th, Bobby Christensen, Christian Ascona, and William Ramsey scheduled to bat against Tristan Stevenson. For Christensen today, he's 0 for 1. He's got a base hit, a run scored his last time up, also a ground out. And this will be I think this is his 2nd time facing Stevenson today. Takes a strike. Line drive over the glove of Jones and out to center field. Christensen starts the bottom of the 5th with a base hit for the Falcons.
Yeah, and that just barely got over the glove of the second baseman there.
And now, before Stevenson faces Ascona, a meeting on the mound, and they come out to take the baseball from Stevenson. Pitching change for the Notre Dame Irish in the bottom of the 5th. With a runner on and nobody out, we'll step aside and return to action in just a moment on WBCB.
Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey.
Lefty Chase Burrows takes over for Notre Dame, and his job is to keep it right here. A 5-run advantage for the Falcons. And Burrows has been outstanding this season. He's pitched 37 1/3 innings, striking out 21, walking just 2. He's given up 5 earned runs for a .94 ERA this season as the lefty kicks, delivers, and gets taken deep to right. And it's a foul ball. Wow, home run distance.
That.
But yanks it, Ascona yanks it just a little bit foul.
Yeah, you know, we call that just a really long strike.
And a sigh of relief for Burrows, too. 0-1. Skips that one up there. 1-1 count to Ascona. Lefty's ready again, 1-1. Rips that one out to right field. And that's in for a base hit. And now runners at first and second with nobody out. Back-to-back base hits, and up to bat is William Ramsey.
Got a pinch runner, courtesy runner, something going on. 33 for 25.
Jaden Jamison now at first base. Yeah, that must be a pinch runner. That's not a courtesy.
Because he's not the pitcher or catcher, so if he's getting ran here, it's definitely a pinch runner. So
2 on, nobody out. Ramsey has been on both times he's been up. He was hit by a pitch and also launched a double. Double and a run scored in the third. Oh, he led off the third with that double. Actually was up twice in the third. And here it turns, squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes up high. Well, no, bunt through it, so strike 1. With nobody out, maybe the Falcons going to try to sacrifice the batter, move the runners up. Again, turning to bunt, pulling it back as Ramsey takes strike 2.
Yeah, and I doubt he'd be bunting now.
The 0-2 from Burrows. It's out to short center field, and actually drifting over left fielder David Olenchalk, and he makes the catch. That's out number 1 in the bottom of the first. Flips the lineup as we go back to the top, and here's Mark Gialusi. Gialusi's been on every time he's been up, reached on an error. Also a base hit. He's got a couple of runs scored. Lifts this one out to center field. Over for it is Eilbacher, and he makes the grab. Tagging from second to third, and in there safely slides Christensen. And Christensen looks like he is shaken up, maybe hurt on that slide.
Yeah, I think that ball may have hit him.
He stays down a moment, and now looks like it's going to take a moment, but he looks like he's okay. And an aggressive base running play there by Christensen gets him on third base with 2 down. after Gialusi flies to center and brings up Carvelli. Carvelli 1 for 3, a base hit, strikeout, a ground out today. Burrows kicks and delivers down low. A good job smothering that one by Bucher. Bounced foul down the third baseline. Big spot here for Burrows. I mean, any runs for the Falcons going to feel so deflating in this inning. Now, with 2 away, they just need to get Carvelli. But for this season, that has been easier said than done. 1-1 outside. Okay, I mentioned Carvelli trailing his teammate Gialusi. He's number 2 in all-time hits for this high school, and whiffs at that one. Burrows gets a big second strike. Now deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Pitch sent back up the middle, hanging up and falls in front of Eilbacher and gets past the center fielder. 2 more runs score.
He could go all the way.
And rounding third is Carvelli.
Wow.
And he's got an inside the park home run. A 3-run inside the park homer for the Falcons in the bottom of the 5th. And now they're up 11-3. So get right back to that 8-run advantage. And on one hand, you got to credit the want to from Eilbacher out there to make that play, but you got to keep that ball in front of you.
Yeah, and that's why
unfortunately it skipped off this turf and all the way out to the wall.
Yeah, in center field, it's a deep center field, and game of inches. If he was maybe just an inch closer, he would have got out of that inning, but ball gets by him, 3 runs in, inside the park home run.
Foul ball off the bat of Brown.
I didn't think he was going to get there for a second. Then I saw him round in second and where Eilbacher was in center, and I was saying, like I said, I think he might have a chance. And as soon as he hit third, they were just then bringing the ball in, and
the 0-2 in there, called third strike as Brown is rung up, and the Falcons are finally set down in the bottom of the 5th. But a big 3-run inside the park homer for Robbie Carvelli gets them back to an 8-run advantage, 11-3. Our score in South Jersey non-public A semifinal action as we go to the 6th. And today's game on WBCB made possible by the Trentonian, outstanding local and national sports coverage. You can count on it 7 days a week. Thanks also to the Italian People's Bakery. Proud to support high school sports. Check out their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by and you smell the homemade bread made daily. You can also have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street, the place to go for the best hoagies on Sundays, the finest dessert trays whenever you get together with your people. Again, they're at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Also with stores in PA, in Morrisville on West Trenton Avenue, and in Levittown at the corner of Woodburn and Oxford Valley Road. Thanks also to the all-new Hyundai of Trenton. Cars priced from $2,000 all the way up to $200,000. Everything in between, including the all-new Hyundai models. And pre-owned cars from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy, Hyundai of Trenton. The inventory ready for immediate delivery. The area's newest auto dealer with cars in stock, 1655 North Olden Avenue. Well, the Irish still with their work cut out for them as we get back to it in the top of the 6th. Logan Eilbacher, the DH, up to bat. And second inning of work here for Brian Rios as he peers over the glove. Has his pitch and delivers. Broke one off there on Eilbacher, who swings through it. Eilbacher, Prekop, Olenchuk. As that one, he's got to bend out of the way of it.
Yeah, a curveball that did not curve.
Makes it a 1-1 count. One bounced up the middle, base hit. Eilbacher gets on base to start the 6th. So he's at first for Justin Prekop. Prekop 0 for 2 so far today, a strikeout, and he bounced one back to the mound. Takes outside. The 1-0 catches the outside corner. Rios is set. 1-1 pitch.
Ooh, that was a great
Off
pitch
speed
there.
that's in there for a strike, a 1-2 count. Rios going to be moving on to Felician University. 1-2. Poked out to left field, drifting foul, and it is a foul ball. Yeah, so the D1 St. Joe's Metuchen guys, Jalusi, University of Virginia. You got Mulvaney, who got the start today. He's going to Fairfield. Pitcher Michael Da Silva, we didn't see him today, but he's heading to Siena. Carvelli, who had that 3-run inside the park shot, going to Lehigh University. In there for a strike, a called third strike. And Prekop is rung up for the first out in the top of the 6th. Then rounding out that group for the Falcons, you got Christian Ascona, Eastern Kentucky, Josiah Brown, Manhattan College, and Brian Rios on the mound right now going to Felician. And the righty gets the strike on Olenchuk. Meanwhile, for Notre Dame, we mentioned Brendan Bucher behind the plate today. He's going to Monmouth. And you got Lance and Logan Eilbacher, both going to Catholic University. As that's popped foul back behind us. Luke Foley, who got the start today for the Irish, going to Muhlenberg. And playing first base for them, Jack Hughes. Heading to Lackawanna. And Tristan Stevenson, a verbal commit to Charleston U.
A lot of talent being displayed in this game today.
And so those are all the seniors for both those teams. And you got one junior in the mix. No, excuse me, Tristan Stevenson. He's a junior for the Irish. And junior Matt Kasuda.
That's just crazy that there is 7 D1 commits on this St. Joe's team.
Yes, 6 seniors and then junior Matt Kasuda.
Wow.
Who has committed to play baseball at William and Mary.
Just shows you the talent they have.
The 0-2 from Rios. Up high that time to Olenchuk. Well, Well, the big difference today, a 7-run third inning for this Falcons team. Irish did respond for 3 in the 5th. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got Olin Chalk. Back-to-back strikeouts for Rios with 2 down and 1 on. Dom Vizzoni steps up to bat. And you say, okay, 7 D1 commits here for St. Joe's Metuchen. And with all the success they've had this season, they're still not the 1 seed. They still, if Red Bank can get the win today,
they will be on the road.
They would still be underdogs, I think, in that game.
Shows you what Red Bank is working with.
1-0, just a bit off the plate.
Yeah, that didn't miss by much, I felt like. Just nibbling the corner of the zone there.
2 balls, no strikes to Dom Vizzoni.
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
The 2-0, the runner goes. Ball is popped up, drifting into foul territory. Calling for it is Del Vecchio, and the first baseman makes the grab. And he's been really good defensively today for the Falcons. So a leadoff base hit for Notre Dame, and then they are retired in order from there. So now through 5.5 innings of high school baseball, and 11-3 our score in South Jersey non-public A semifinal action. All right, I think I got all my spots done. We'll step aside and return here to Diamond Nation in just a moment.
Carol Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey.
Today's Notre Dame is being brought to you as a public service by Ed Bucher, as we would like to wish the Notre Dame Irish good luck today in their game. Thank you, Mr. Bucher.
All right, I believe we got another pitching change out there. Number 16, Josh Klenna.
That makes more sense. I thought
Warming
it said
up.
10. We don't have the best angles, though.
Chase Burrows was the third arm used, and now Klenna steps into the spotlight. Josh Klenna, a freshman who has logged just over 11 innings this season, striking out 10 and walking 5. And on the mound here for the bottom of the 6th, and nearly hits Del Vecchio. Sounded like that went off something.
Yeah, I think it maybe just grazed off of the
glove.
The glove of the catcher, Bucher, yeah.
1-0, fouled back. So ball, a strike to Del Vecchio. He'll be followed by Kazuda and Zamiti. The 1-1 from the freshman goes off the end of the bat out to right, and Prekop is there to make the play.
Yeah, not a bad hit there. Just sadly hit it right to the right fielder, Prekop.
And I felt like he did kind of get that more towards the end of the bat, maybe.
Yeah.
Didn't
missed the
barrel it up.
Yeah, missed the sweet spot a little bit, but still a lot better hit than a lot of balls on bat today. We've only seen quite a few hard hit balls really today that were like got down for base hits. A lot of them were made the play look easy, you know.
Now is Matt Kasuda. Swing and a miss. Kasuda 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. The 0-1 comes up empty there. No balls, 2 strikes. And Klena kicks, delivers, just misses. I feel like everybody froze there for a moment waiting for the call.
Yes, they did.
The 1-2. Bounce down the third baseline. It's a fair ball. Vizzoni has it, and his throw in time pulls Hughes up the line a little bit. But they're able to record the out, and there's 2 down. And up the bat is Joe Zamiti. Zamiti 1 for 3. Had a base hit, came around to score as part of the big 7-run third. Nice breaking ball from Klena.
That's really turned out to be the turning point of this entire game. When you get up 8 runs, you get to play with a comfortable lead the entire game. Never really felt threatened, even with Notre Dame's 3-run inning.
The 1-1 catches the inside corner. And here comes the 1-2 delivery down low. Yeah, take away that third inning, it's a 4-3 game.
Yeah.
But swing and a miss, and Zamiti strikes out. A 1-2-3 inning as the Falcons are set down in order in the bottom of the 6th, and we are now through 6 full in the South Jersey Non-Public A semifinal. Winner trying to move on and play on Saturday in the final. And 11-3 our score. Big thanks to all of our sponsors for making today's game possible, like the Italian People's Bakery and also Jammer Doors and Windows. Spring is here. Time to view the world through Jammer Doors and Windows, a family-owned and operated local business since Babe Ruth started playing for the Yankees in 1920. And today, Jammer continues to swat home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows. Jammer features rain or garage doors, steel or aluminum. They're crafted for dependable, long-lasting service. Jammer Doors and Windows, they do their own work and installation using no subcontractors, and that saves you money. Avoid the big box stores and save with Jammer Doors and Windows. Check out their showroom, 2850 Brunswick Pike, Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, and their Yardley showroom is open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. That's 215-493-7709. Thanks also to the Italian People's Bakery and the Trentonian, and you can read about today's game in tomorrow's Trentonian, as it's last chance time now for Notre Dame, top of the 7th. And it's 8-9-1 as far as the lineup spots set to appear. Nate Jones, TJ Magliozzo, and Lance Eilbacher, the scheduled batters. And looking to close the door on this game is Brian Rios. Rios, again, the third arm used today by Mike Murray Jr. And for Notre Dame, whatever you can do to get on and try to start some kind of major rally. And again, for the Falcons, when you get that first out in this kind of situation, it is so big. in there for a strike from Rios. Nate Jones today 1 for 2 with a base hit, a run scored in the 5th, and a strikeout in the 3rd inning today. 0-1. Yeah, that's a good way to start it for the Irish. Sends that one into the gap, and he's going to try to go for 2, and he'll get there. Sliding in safely to second base is Nate Jones with the double.
And he had it in his mind as soon as that ball went off the bat that he was going for 2, and he got there pretty easily.
And that could be big. That takes away the double play, and TJ Magliozzo also 1 for 2. Same line as Nate Jones. Also a strikeout and a base hit. Came around to score. Tipped off the mask of Gialusi. 0-1 count here to Magliozzo. The runner goes as it's fouled off. And the Falcons, you can let the Irish runner, the foul ball, he's got to go back.
Yeah, but like you were saying, though, you can let them run all day because that one run isn't really too crucial right now when they're down by 8.
And especially, when you're talking about your pitcher, just be focused on the batter. Don't worry about what's going on the bases. His 0-2. Fouled off. Magliozzo maybe just a little bit late on that swing. Another 0-2 delivery, and that's in there for a called 3rd strike. Magliozzo caught looking, and that's the first out here in the 7th. A big one for Brian Rios, as it's now top of the lineup for the Irish. Lance Eilbacher in there and ready to go. Sharply hit ground ball, pops up for Brown, and the shortstop will throw over in plenty of time. And there's 2 away. Notre Dame down to their final out. And up to bat for them, catcher Brendan Bucher. Bucher's 2 for 3. Couple of base hits, drove in a run last time he was up. Sends this one out to center on a line, but it's right to Carvelli, and the center fielder makes the play for the final out of the ball game. And St. Joseph Metuchen, the Falcons, get past the Notre Dame Irish 11-3, the final score. They move on to play on Saturday in the sectional final against either Red Bank or St. Augustine. And for Notre Dame, limited to runs just in the 5th inning today. And you really got to credit starter Jimmy Mulvaney with just a great approach, Darnell, and great results in how he was dealing with this Irish lineup, kind of keeping him off balance and getting in front of a lot of batters.
Yeah, just from the start of the game, you could see he had all his pitches working for him. He was able to get ahead early in counts, get guys out, and he just kept that momentum going, pretty much the entire game.
And then Gus, when the Irish able to narrow the gap, getting those 3 runs in the 5th, the Falcons come right back, and they get 3 runs of their own off the bat of Robbie Carvelli. Carvelli went 2 for 4, had a base hit, and then an inside-the-park home run, a ball that got past the center fielder, went all the way out to the fence, and Carvelli was able to show off his speed there. He's got some wheels.
Yeah, and you felt like they needed something to get going for Notre Dame. And that was the inning they started to finally chip away at this St. Joseph team. Started getting runners on, getting runners in to score. But it was all for nothing as the very next half inning, St. Joe's comes out and just puts another 3 spot up to pretty much negate the 3 runs Notre Dame scored in that inning. It all was capped off by that pass ball in center field, which really just capped that inning off and really just capped this game off. I really felt like once that happened, it really was just no coming back for Notre Dame.
As far as home runs are concerned, that's kind of a cheapie, but you know, it still counts, and it gives three home runs on the season for Carvelli. And Darnell, on the other side of things, we talked about it before we got started here today from Diamond Nation. Already the Irish putting together a good season, impressive win-loss total, but you get down to these final games, the competition level starts to step up a little bit, and when you see all of that D1 talent from the Falcons, I know the Irish not making any excuses, but you understand that you needed your best. We talked about that before the game and just didn't come up with their best, and meanwhile, in that third inning, it seemed like they saw the A game from this Falcons bunch.
Yeah, you know, you got a team with a lot of D1 athletes. Obviously, they've had an incredible year, and so is Notre Dame. You know, give them credit for this, you know, run they went on in this tournament. You know, almost got the job done. They just ran into a better team. You know, it happens, and, you know, hopefully they can learn from this, and, you know, the players that are coming back learn from this and get better, and, you know, maybe when they're in this situation next year, outcome will be different.
And, you know, congratulations to the Irish getting past St. John Vianney in the first round and then pitching the upset to Donovan Catholic to get themselves here. But certainly disappointed right now with how things turn out in this one today, as they're on the wrong end of it. 11-3, our final score, thanks to our sponsors for making today's game possible: Notre Dame High School, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Haldeman Ford Subaru, along with Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, the Trenton Thunder. Thanks to Jammer Doors and Windows, the Italian People's Bakery, the all-new Hyundai of Trenton at 1655 North Olden Avenue, the Trentonian, and you can catch a write-up of today's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. And thanks also to Ed Bucher for helping make this particular game possible and allow us to be here at Diamond Nation on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Unfortunately, it doesn't go the way that the Irish fans were looking for, but they run into a really good quality team. And we'll see what happens, but it looks like this bracket is going to play out to be the 1-2 seed playing on Saturday. I mean, Red Bank, we didn't get an update on that score. That game may already be in the books, but I wouldn't be surprised if you look back at this non-public A bracket and you say, you know, the 1 and the 2 seeds, they were that good. And Notre Dame, you play the Mercer County tournament and the teams in that greater Trenton area, and I think the competition steps up a little bit when you start to get into those non-public schools like St. Joseph of Metuchen. Well, congratulations to the Falcons today. One final time, our score from Diamond Nation, it was the Falcons 11 and the Notre Dame Irish 3.